Hey there. Basically, everyone with a computer has Wi-Fi running these days, and as convenient as Wi-Fi is, there are still some inherent negatives as far as security goes. Since Wi-Fi travels through the air, anyone relatively physically close can try and hack your Wi-Fi and get on your network. And if they got on your network, they could start doing some nefarious things. Or maybe someone you know has a secret device connected, or maybe you just have a lot of devices connected and want to keep an inventory. Regardless, it's important for you to be able to see who or what is on your Wi-Fi network. Now, there are tons of ways to do this, and some of them can get pretty technical, but I'll just show a very easy way, and that is using an app called Fing. This app is available on Android and iOS. I'll just show using it on Android, but the iOS app should be basically the same thing. Before we go any further, this is a freemium app, and that means that the makers do lock many advanced features behind a subscription. However, what is available for free and without making an account is still pretty useful in my opinion. Alright, let's get right to it. I'm on my Android device right now. I'll just go to the Play Store and search for Fing. It should be near the top of the results. It's the one by Fing Limited. I'll install it and then open it up. Now, you should see some setup pages. I'll just start clicking through. I will give it location permissions. The app needs this to access your device's local hardware identifiers. You don't have to give it permissions, but you'll just get less info. You could read more about it on this Android developer page if you wanted to. For basic usage, you don't need an account, so I'll skip this. Next, it auto-detects your current network, and I'll choose to scan it now. And it'll immediately start doing its thing. So right now, I'm in the Devices tab. It shows you all the devices that found on your network. On the left, it'll show host names and associated IP addresses. On the right, it'll show manufacturer and device model information. The information on the right isn't guaranteed to be correct, but it's been pretty accurate for me in the past. I'll just click on this one. This is my wireless access point that's actually sending out my Wi-Fi signal. Fing is pretty cool since you also get some basic troubleshooting options directly in the interface. You can also click on this one and see what open ports Fing found. So again, this device is my access point, and my device's admin panel is running on these two ports, so I can just select the HTTPS option and head to my device's web interface directly from Fing. If you go to the Network tab and choose Timeline, it'll show when past Fing scans ran and when it saw specific devices on the network. This is the Security tab. You can confirm network devices here, and that means if you know a device, you can mark it as one you know. This is useful to track when an unknown device pops up, especially if you have a lot of devices on your Wi-Fi. And here, Fing tries to see if your Wi-Fi network itself has insecure configurations. Different routers can sometimes make it hard to quickly see configurations like this all in one spot, so it's convenient with Fing. You can see on mine, my Wi-Fi is using WPA2, which I wouldn't recommend using these days, but that's dependent on how old your hardware is. It also alerts that my Wi-Fi has WPS enabled, which is definitely not recommended, but it's enabled by default on loads of devices. Now, I'm sure you noticed these little purple stars here and this yellow banner at the top saying monitor 24/7, but sadly these features are locked behind a paywall. So with Fing's free features, network monitoring requires active user interaction, so that means you'd have to open up the app and run a new scan manually each time. And you are limited in how many scans you can run per day on the free version. But with that in mind, this is still a useful app for anyone that just wants to keep track of what devices are on the network, even if you've just used all the free stuff and don't make an account. If you wanted features like automatic notifications when unknown devices connect to your network, you'd have to pay for it. It's relatively not expensive, but I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. Alright, that's about it for this video. Like I said at the beginning, there are loads of ways to see what's on your network and keep track of that kind of stuff. This is just one way, and it's a tool that comes in a convenient package in my opinion. Of course, I only highlighted a few features, so there's more to Fing if you wanted to check it out. Either way, hopefully you learned something.